Good afternoon. My name is Kayla Hayes. I am the mother of Karmelo Anthony. My husband works hard every single day to provide for us. Whatever you think what happened between Karmelo and the Metcalf boys, in wake of this tragic incident, our family has been under attack. Children, whatever my husband and I didn't do anything to deserve to be threatened, harassed, and lied about.
It started with a few leaked messages, and now it spiraled into one of the most explosive twists this murder case has ever seen. But once you hear what's inside those DMs, and when they were sent, you'll understand why investigators and the public are calling this a potential game changer. Prosecutors say these aren't just random screenshots floating around online. These Instagram DMs were allegedly sent by Karmelo Anthony's own parents within minutes of Austin Metcalf's staffing, and instead of panic or confusion, the tone is cold, strategic, almost like a game plan. Lines like delete everything and before they find a tent aren't the kind of things you expect to see when a teenager has just been killed, especially when you learn that Austin's body was found inside that very tent. From the moment they surfaced, these messages have been called the smoking gun by legal experts and social media users alike. Digital forensic analysts have weighed in, and the FBI is now involved. And every day, more details leak out, each one more damaging than the last. Today, we're going to walk through exactly what's in these messages, how investigators say they connect to the timeline of Austin's murder, and why they might be even more powerful in court than DNA evidence. Because if what these DMs is proven true, it won't just shake Karmelo Anthony's defense, it could change the outcome of the entire case. Judge John Roach's gag order was supposed to lock this case down tight. No family members, no friends, no witnesses. No one was allowed to speak about the investigation, but the internet didn't care. Despite that order, a series of Instagram DMs burst into the public spotlight. Screenshots show a private group chat allegedly involving Karmelo's mother, father, and two unnamed contacts. The messages are timestamped just 2 hours after Austin Metcalf's staffing, and the tone is disturbingly calm. One message says, "Get him off socials and delete the thread now." Another warns, "Before they find a tent, we must outshine it." Given that Austin's body was discovered in that exact tent, this single sentence spread like wildfire across TikTok, X, and Instagram. The conversation didn't sound like shock or grief. It sounded like a strategy session. For many watching this case unfold, that calmness so soon after the killing is the biggest red flag yet. It's fueled speculation that Karmelo's parents already knew what happened before authorities did. And if that's true, the DMs might not just be suspicious, they could be the very foundation of an obstruction case. But things get even more intense once experts weigh in on whether those messages are even real. Viral screenshots are easy to dismiss as fake until the experts start speaking. Within hours of the leak, digital forensic specialists began dissecting the images. Multiple analysts concluded that the screenshots showed no signs of manipulation. Even more damaging, one investigator claims the IP address tied to the messages matches a property owned by Karmelo's uncle. But the real jaw-dropper was a single line, "Before they find a tent." That phrase, now clipped and replayed in countless reaction videos, directly links the conversation to the exact place where Austin Metcalf's body was discovered. It's no longer just a rumor, it's a breadcrumb pointing towards knowledge of a crime scene before police arrived. This isn't just bad optics. If prosecutors link these DMs to devices inside the Anthony household through metadata, they'll have something far stronger than speculation. They'll have digital proof tying Karmelo's parents to the cover-up narrative. And while the court process grinds forward, the public conversation is already reaching a fever pitch. Before we get deeper into this breakdown, I just want to take a quick moment to say thank you. We're now at 485 subscribers, which means we're so close to hitting 500. My goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers, and right now, 98% of viewers who watch these videos still aren't subscribed. By subscribing, you won't just be helping me hit that milestone, you'll also make sure you never miss the latest deep dives into stories the mainstream barely touches. You'll be the first to know when new updates break, and you'll be a part of a growing community that's all about uncovering the truth. Let's grow this together. Thank you for watching, and now back to the video. Investigators thought they were about to get a major breakthrough. Then a legal technicality slammed the brakes. Law enforcement's first move was to seize the Anthony's family devices, phones, tablets, laptops, but the entire operation stalled due to an error in the search warrant. That delay turned out to be costly. In the time it took to fix the paperwork, the DMs had already been screenshotted, shared, and dissected across social media. Now, prosecutors are doubling back, this time working directly with Meta's legal team to confirm whether these messages came from and whose accounts were involved. Meanwhile, the rumor mill is spinning fast. Insiders claim someone close to the family has already handed over unedited voice memos and a second batch of screenshots that haven't gone public yet. These alleged files reportedly show even more detailed planning in the hours after Austin Metcalf's death. If those unreleased materials are real, they could do more damage than anything we've seen so far. The first leak was enough to set the internet on fire. Imagine what happens if the unedited version hits the courtroom. Prosecutors are hinting that what's coming next could directly implicate the parents in not just hiding information, but actively helping to destroy it. The assistant DA didn't just confirm the rumors, they put them on the official record. In a press conference broadcast live, prosecutors dropped a bombshell. The leaked DMs are now classified as official evidence. They highlighted specific lines like "wipe the phone" and "don't let them talk to him tonight." Instructions they say were sent within hours of Austin Metcalf's stabbing. Investigators believe these weren't random panic messages. They were calculated steps to obstruct justice before police could fully process the crime scene. To make matters worse, analysts have started matching the message timestamps with call logs and known gaps in the timeline, suggesting the Anthony family may have been manipulating events on multiple fronts. By confirming the message's authenticity, prosecutors have elevated them from internet gossip to courtroom ammunition. The defense can no longer dismiss them as fabricated. Now, every single message will be scrutinized alongside phone records, deleted files, and possibly even physical evidence tampering. And the deeper they dig, the more the timeline starts to unravel. Sometimes, a single message can dismantle an entire defense, and that's exactly what prosecutors believe they have here. In the flood of leaked screenshots, one stands out. He didn't mean to. We'll make this right. Allegedly sent from Karmelo's mother just 47 minutes after Austin Metcalf was stabbed. The timing is damning. At that point, police hadn't even finished processing the scene, yet she was already speaking as if the circumstances and the suspect were known. Even more damaging, metadata connected to the message places her near the school parking lot, just a few hundred feet from the tent where Austin's body was found. This directly contradicts her public claim that she had been at home all night. Independent journalists and digital analysts have verified the screenshot multiple times, and several sources say they saw the entire thread before it was removed from Instagram. If prosecutors can prove this location data is accurate, it won't just suggest she lied. It could serve as direct evidence that she was present during the critical moments after the murder. That kind of contradiction is a defense attorney's worst nightmare. It not only erodes credibility, but also opens the door for obstruction or even complicity charges. And just when the defense might hope to steer attention elsewhere, the father steps into the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. Leaked messages are one thing, but when cameras catch you, there's no denying what happened. Security footage from a nearby building has surfaced, allegedly showing Karmelo's father pacing in the school parking lot during the night of Austin's murder. In the grainy video, he's on the phone, visibly tense. Online lip readers claim he can be seen saying phrases like, "don't say anything," and "stay off your phone." Whether or not these readings are 100% accurate, the optics are terrible. This isn't just a dad worried about his son. It appears to be someone actively directing others on how to handle the fallout. The clip has been replayed endlessly on social media, often paired with the leaked DMs to paint a larger picture of a coordinated response. Video evidence carries a different kind of weight. Jurors can see it, not just read about it. Combined with the messages, it strengthens the theory that both parents may have been taking steps to manage the situation before law enforcement could get control. And with federal forensic experts now officially joining the investigation, the chances of these details being brushed aside are slim to none. Just when it seemed like the worst was over for the defense, a new set of leaks blew the case wide open again. This time, the screenshots allegedly show a conversation between Karmelo's father and an unnamed cousin. The messages are short but explosive. Delete everything in the group, and they can't trace it if it's gone. While the authenticity is still under official review, the FBI's cybercrime unit has stepped in, working alongside local authorities to determine whether this was part of a coordinated digital cover-up. The timing is critical. These messages were reportedly sent less than an hour after the murder, in the same time frame as the original group chat leak. On social media, the hashtags Justice for Austin and Indict the Parents has surged in popularity, and the story has shifted from a tragic killing to a potential family-led conspiracy. The FBI's involvement changes the scope entirely. This is no longer a purely local matter. Federal resources mean deeper forensic analysis, broader subpoena powers, and the ability to uncover deleted or encrypted data that might have otherwise remained hidden. For the Anthony family, it means the circle is tightening, and fast. But even that didn't prepare the public for what came next, when prosecutors revealed they had cracked into unencrypted backup. Everyone knows deleted messages aren't truly gone, but most people don't expect them to resurface at the worst possible moment. Prosecutors announced they had recovered a final set of messages from an encrypted backup, and the contents left the courtroom silent. Among them was one short, devastating instruction: delete everything. This was allegedly sent from Karmelo's mother's account just 27 minutes after Austin Metcalf's death. Observers say the defense team froze when the message appeared on the courtroom screen. This wasn't speculation or rumor. It was her own words, preserved in a secure data archive. Digital analysts say that, in context with the earlier leaks, it paints a clear picture of deliberate interference before law enforcement could fully secure the scene. This kind of evidence is a prosecutor's dream and a defense attorney's nightmare. It strips away plausible deniability and shows direct action that could be classified as obstruction of justice. Combined with the timeline of events, it strengthens the case that both parents weren't just reacting to the murder, they were actively working to contain it. With this revelation, the possibility of felony charges against both parents isn't just on the table, it's almost expected. By this stage, investigators weren't just looking for more messages, they were looking for anything that could connect the dots. Federal agents have now widened the net far beyond just Instagram DMs. Every device connected to the Anthony family's Wi-Fi on the night of Austin Metcalf's murder is under review. Phones, tablets, laptops, even gaming consoles. Investigators are also pulling GPS data from the family's vehicles, reviewing hours of surveillance footage from nearby businesses, and digging into bank and credit card records to see if any suspicious activity occurred before or after the stabbing. Sources close to the investigation claim the goal is to build a timeline so airtight that no defense argument can poke holes in it. Meanwhile, outside the courtroom, the Anthony residence has become a flashpoint for public anger. Protesters are holding signs printed with the leaked DMs alongside Austin's photo, chanting for accountability. The defense team, once active on social media, has gone completely silent. Legal experts say this isn't just a media strategy. It may be an indication that they're bracing for additional charges, possibly even new indictments targeting more than just Karmelo's parents. This stage of an investigation is where prosecutors look for patterns, moments when actions in the real world match with suspicious digital activity. The more overlaps they find, the harder it becomes for the defense to argue coincidence. And now that the scope includes financial records, location data, and previously overlooked devices, it's possible the most damaging evidence hasn't even been revealed yet. For the Anthony family, every uncovered detail could be another nail in the coffin. And for the public, the pressure for justice is stronger than ever. But the real question is how this ends, and whether the final chapter will bring closure or spark even more outrage. The Karmelo Anthony case is no longer just about a tragic stabbing, it's about how far people will go to protect someone they love. What started as a straightforward murder investigation has evolved into one of the most complex, digitally driven cases in recent memory. From the first leaked DMs telling someone to delete everything, to the chilling phrase, "before they find the tent," each new piece of evidence has pulled Karmelo's parents deeper into the spotlight. Add in the contradictory alibi, the father's suspicious parking lot phone call, and now the encrypted backup recovery, and you have a timeline filled with moments that look less like bad judgment and more like calculated interference. Prosecutors are openly saying the case could bring felony obstruction charges against both parents, while the FBI's involvement signals that no stone will be left unturned. Outside the courthouse, the public has already made up its mind. For them, the messages are more than enough proof. The digital age has changed how justice works. In the past, a cover-up relied on silence and missing evidence. Today, a few lines of text, preserved forever in the server, can carry more weight than physical fingerprints. For Karmelo Anthony's parents, that means every DM, every timestamp, and every deleted file is now a potential piece of the prosecution's puzzle. And for the community, it means the fight for justice won't stop until every answer is uncovered. Whether this ends in convictions or a legal battle that drags on for years, one thing is certain: this is the kind of case that will be studied, debated, and remembered long after the courtroom doors close.